Today we gathered. Today we gathered to talk about a little book that I worked on, that I created, and it's called Decade. It is a collection of the sketches of so many books. It was about, holy shit, how much was it? Was it 15 books? 13, 15 books? 1,500 pages scanned, ultimately brought together in a book with 300 pages. At the time that I'm recording this, we hardly have any copies left, so I figured maybe I should talk about it. So all the copies are gone. And if you got your hands on it so far, you're lucky. It's a book I'm pretty proud of because it is so simple. Like, it's super simple. Because you don't see the amount of work that went into it. Scanning everything, cleaning it up, the absolutely horribly messy pages that Evan created that sometimes made it impossible to compose stuff together. It was a horror, and I loved every minute of it. So what I tried to do with this book, for example, was to make it special just by the materials used in this. So we used really cool Munken paper that works well with black and white sketches. It is a little bit yellowish. It's not like one of these super white papers, you know. What we did was we really just gave an indication about around which time this was done. We start with sketches that from 2009. The book was published in 2019, and hence the title Decade. What is really interesting with this is that for me it's interesting that I wanted to make a book with Evan's sketches for a long time, for a really long time. If you ever met the guy at an event, the first thing he's doing is he's basically nodding, saying hi, then he's sitting down, taking out a sketchbook, and then he's ready to be approached and people can talk to him. That reflects on the amount of work he has to present in his sketchbooks. If you just get a second where he's not working in it and you get a chance to grab it, then you can see the absolutely astonishing amount of really pretty much finished artwork that is there that doesn't even need anything to be changed. It's ironic because people are always like telling him like this is not a sketch, but if you look at his finished work then you realize why he calls this sketch. As awesome as this is, the colored pieces fully rendered, they're even more amazing, and even more amazing is the amount of time that he needs, the little amount of time he needs to just finish something like that. I'm gonna take a couple of pages more because there's so many and I'm not gonna babble away forever here, but you can really see how his evolution is happening as an artist. You get to see how he went from something like this, or even something more basic like these, to something like this, the stuff that most people know him for, which is his IP called Time. And if you ever read up on Evan, then I don't have to explain what this is, but for those who don't know that, Time is his IP, his own fantasy world, his universe that he has created. And we started publishing that in 2017. Since then we have 3 books out. Another one will come in 2023, I think. He's creating way more written content for that one. And that's the thing. The other books were always like some text on this page, an image on this page, but here all you have is art. You don't need language. You don't need a story, you don't need anything. You can see what he creates, how he creates. His process is somewhat clear if you look at like these basic ones, and then you see how he goes over to rendering. And yeah, Evan is a freelance concept artist. He's pretty much focused on characters. He loves to work in the fantasy realm. I never can say it correctly. And there's always a lot to discover about his work, which he the insights he's always sharing them at events, in his talks, tutorials, workshops. So he's pretty open about how he's doing stuff, and he has a Patreon where he's teaching people everything he knows, pretty much, streaming many times a week. And to me personally, it felt like, oh my god, look at this guy. To me, it felt very much like a nice addition to have a book out like this one. That's pretty much it, you know. Like this is just a lot of stuff, and it's very simple. And I really want to make more books like this one. Yeah, I'm here if you have any questions about that one. Just drop them in whatever comment section you're seeing this video, and I hope I will have all the answers for you that you want, that you need, that you crave. That's it. Bye-bye.